On my kicker tonight, few believers of a well-functioning, independent, just and effective public prosecutions directorate may shed a tear over the impending early exit of Noordin Haji as the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP. Haji's forthcoming departure comes at a time the Directorate of Public Prosecutions is suffering a decline in public confidence, occasioned by the growing perceptions that neither Haji nor the institution he leads are capable or willing of the institutional and operational independence envisaged by the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Now, withdrawal of cases rather than successful prosecution has in recent months been the hallmark of the office of the DPP. And though withdrawing cases is within the powers of the DPP as per Article 157 of the Constitution, the pattern of withdrawal has left an unmistakable imprint of a spectacular political heat map on the landscape. Ruthless critics would not beat about the bush. They would directly link the withdrawal of cases by the DPP to the outcome of the August 9 election last year. The list of beneficiaries of Haji's frenzied termination of cases reads like the who is who of the new administration. And from rape to corruption and illegal possession of firearms to murder, the nature, handling, and consequence of crimes appear to change overnight, pegged entirely on the changes at the political scene. Certain high-profile suspects suddenly became saintly, pity-evoking victims and eloquent reciters of the accompanying mantra that the regime of former President Uhuru Kenyatta had fabricated allegations and charges against them because they were allies of the then Deputy President and now President William Ruto. Being the Director of Public Prosecution on both sides of the political transition, DPP Haji has had the rather untidy duty of performing the acrobatics involved in withdrawing his own cases. In a spectacular backflip in February this year, the DPP suggested an improved political goodwill environment for his office since last year's political transition. It is a remark that opens itself to questions on the independence of the office of DPP as envisioned by Article 157, Sub-Article 10, which expressly states that the Director of Public Prosecutions shall not require the consent, authority, control, or direction of any person or indeed any authority. Now, as Noordin Haji proceeds to head the National Intelligence Service, the search begins for that first Kenyan that will move the Directorate of Public Prosecutions close to the robust, independent, and public interest-spirited institution the Constitution of Kenya 2010 actually dreams of. That ideal Public Prosecutions Directorate should not act like a wind vane at the mercy of political winds. And the sails of the new Director of Public Prosecutions should not be directed by political currents. The new Director of Public Prosecutions should be blind to election timetables and election outcomes, unbothered of winners or losers, and ultimately loyal only to the cause of a functioning criminal justice system. In the eyes of the new DPP, all criminal suspects should be treated as equals, and high profile should cease to be a defense in criminal matters. I look forward to an Article 157 prosecutor bursting with passion to grow his or her Sub-Article 9 subordinates, with whom he or she will be sharing prosecutorial powers. A public-spirited Director of Public Prosecutions who will raise the energy, capacity, and profile of the Directorate to its deserving standards. And in a country and judicial environment that is increasingly getting accustomed to robust courtroom performances and precedent-setting judgments, The new Directorate of Public Prosecutions has no choice but to be a visible, consequential go-between. And out of the very many brilliant barristers and legal minds Kenya has produced over the years, the next Director of Public Prosecutions should surely have some prior courtroom experience. By its very nature, prosecution is practical, not spiritual. That is my kicker.